Hello everyone, happy Friday. So today's video is called Those Closest to Us. So I am binge watching this show called Once Upon a Time. And one of my favorite characters is Rumpelstiltskin, who is Mr. Gold in Storybrooke. He always says some really profound things. And that's where a lot of my messages come from, the things he says. So he said two things that really stuck with me. Those closest to us cause us the most pain or harm. And sometimes the people we fear most are the ones closest to us. I mean, which is true. You know, it's tragic, it's saddening, but it's true. It starts with our childhood, right? We have toxic parents, toxic siblings, toxic family members, toxic teachers. And we're taught to respect them, okay? We're taught, you have to respect your teacher. You have to respect your parents. You have to respect your aunt. You have to respect your uncle, regardless of how they treat you. So early on, we learn to just take it, right? Because we see the people closest to us, our parents, our siblings, our families, end up treating us like less than. And we're supposed to take it. Because, no family's perfect. No, that's true. But when does it become necessary to say, I'm done. I'm not going to take this anymore? When we are kids, we grow up with our core beliefs, right? We don't come out of the womb with an automatic therapist telling us what is okay and what's not okay. We learn that from our parents. Like, for example, for me, I'll use myself as an example. Growing up, I had a mom who was very affectionate, outwardly loving, but it was all surface. Underneath, I didn't feel that she was. She wasn't supportive. She didn't know how to emotionally support me. She didn't know how to mentally support me. All she knew how to do was tell me what to do, control me. She was tended to be physically abusive, mentally abusive, verbally abusive. That's how she parented. Why? Because that's how she was parented. My father was hard worker. For the most part, he was a good man. Hard worker, made sure his family had everything we needed, but he was cold. He was physically abusive as well, to us. Why? Because that's how he was raised. Okay, so they're just continuing that ancestral cycle of abuse. And so we grew up thinking that's how all parents were. That's how all families are, right? Spankings were normal. Put downs were normal. But what did it do? It made us this big, right? So we go out into the world. And when it came to authority figures, we became afraid of them. Or we became rebellious towards them. Because we felt that either we were like, oh, someone older than me, someone in a position of authority, I have to respect them. Even if they treat me like garbage, I still have to respect them. It's core beliefs. Our parents rule with fear. My mom always said, you have to respect me. I'm your mother. I don't have to respect you. if my mom ever had an opinion, my mom saw her opinions as facts. And whenever I told her, well, that's your opinion, she would yell at me not to be disrespectful to her. How dare you be disrespectful and tell me it's just my opinion? Okay? We grow up believing these things, the core beliefs, right? And a lot of there are people out there who had a really good childhood. There was respect within the family. There was love, true love within the family. Those are few and far between, right? More often, we grow up with parents who don't see us as individuals. They see us, I wanted to say, as extension of themselves, yes. They see us as, you are my child, therefore you do what I say, right? That's where they carry on the ancestral and the generational cycles of abuse, of whether it's, and when I say abuse, I mean everything. Mental, verbal, physical, sexual, all of that stuff. Because your parents see you as an extension of them in another body. And that's why it's so easy to carry on that ancestral and that generational abuse and trauma. Because it's such an easy transition. Children are so malleable and moldable. They're sponges. Because if you were to do that to someone older, they would be like, oh, screw you. You don't get to treat me this way. But with children, it's easy. I mean, look at, I was watching this show on Netflix. It was about twin flames, the twin flame universe, Jeff and Sheikah. And by the third episode, Jeff wanted to create a compound, a physical compound, cult compound, where every member, all of their members, the twin flame couples, would get like a trailer or a mobile home or whatever. And they would have children, and they would wall off this compound, and it would be a cult. That's what it is. We're not a cult. Yes, you are. You're a cult. So they create this cult where Jeff said basically that the men had the authority to impregnate. And Jeff said these women will get impregnated one way or another, insinuating that if he had to do the impregnating, he will. Because he believed that him and Sheikah had golden DNA that would create these golden ethereal children. Extensions of themselves. Why? Because we only live a certain amount. Let's say we live 100 years. That's generous. But for numbers' sake, 100 years. We only live 100 years and then we die. So we have children, right? So when we kick the bucket, those children can keep going with what we've taught them. That is passing these bundles of ancestral trauma and lessons and stuff down the conveyor belt, right? And it really takes a lot for a person to be past this bundle and drop it and say, I'm not carrying this bundle. I'm going to create a new bundle. Because what happens is there is a breaking of that ancestral line. all of those generations are going to stop in the past and be like, it's kind of like I was watching A Bug's Life, and there's a line of ants carrying seeds, and a leaf comes down and lands in the middle of the line, and the person's like, oh my God, where's the line? Where do I go? I don't know what to do. So, and then it's you know, eventually the lead ant, I forgot his name, Mr. Sand, Mr. Seed, whatever, kind of went around, right? That leaf was that one person who said, I'm not taking that bundle. I'm sick of that bundle. I'm not taking it. I'm creating a new bundle. Around, right? And as they went around, it was transmuting that negative bundle into a positive bundle. That breaking. That leaf was the breaking of that ancestral bundle, right? So it's you know, I talk about healing your ancestral line and healing your generational line. That's what I'm talking about. People say those closest to us, sometimes the people we fear the most are the ones that are closest to us. Why? Because there's this allowance. My parents brought us up, me, my brother, my sister, with fear. Fear your parents. It's the same with religion, right? God is Father. We are His children. Therefore, we are to fear God. When God's like, I don't want you to fear me. I'm a good guy. I love all of you guys regardless. Whether you follow me or not, I don't care. I still love you guys. Right? But yeah, He's like, no, don't fear me, please. I am love, 100% love. I don't have any fear in me. And then, but people are like, the Bible, all of this destruction you caused. And God's like, bro, I didn't write that. You guys wrote it. Because you guys want people to fear me so that people will follow what you guys want, not what I want. Fear. Fear. People say, why would I want to be loved when I can be feared? Fear causes people to weaken. When we're afraid of something, we give into it, right? If we fear the police and a police officer pulls us over, it turns on the fight or flight, right? We argue with them and try to be the bigger man, or we run. People who are raised to respect people are more likely to respect the police and listen, right? My mom says, oh, we're raising you to respect people. No, you're not. You're raising us to fear. If you were raising us to respect, you would not say, you have to respect me because I'm your mother. I don't gotta respect you. It's like Gru and the minions, right? Gru ruled with fear. The minions still loved him and followed him and did whatever he said. Okay? They were taught to love and respect even those who rule with fear. And it is not your job to love and respect the people that rule with fear. People always say, your family is all you'll ever have. They're all you have. They're all you have. And with that comes with, so that being said, I can treat you any way that I want. You can't reject me. You can't walk away from me. We see this a lot in movies and TV shows and videos. People getting treated like garbage in relationships, in families. My mom abused me when I was little. She she did this to me, she did that to me, but I still love her. She's my mom. You can still love her. My mom, I still love my mom. Do I talk to my mom? No. Barely. Rarely. Maybe once a month. I talk to her. I still love her. I still care about her. You can love someone and not like what they do. You can love someone and distance yourself from them. Just because they're family doesn't mean you have to stay there and take it. You don't have to take anything. We are all individuals. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Just because we're related by blood doesn't mean we're forced to take the toxicity. We're forced to take the negativity. Okay, blood of the covenant. This saying was originally meant God. Our connection to God is thicker than connection to our family. However, for those that don't subscribe to that, blood of the covenant, we're talking about a soul family. Those we are not connected to by blood, those that we are connected to by mutual respect, mutual love. These are people we go and we're able to sit down and talk to them about anything. This is someone that they're not your blood sister, but you consider them your sister because they love you. Like, for example, my daughter's grandmother, I always saw her as my mom because she was good to me. She loved me. She loves me. She respects me. She is a true mother to me. I always considered her my mom. My son's grandmother considered her my mom because they were truly mothers to me when my own mother was not. So those closest to us cause us the most pain. Why? Because we're willing to take it. It's my mom. Oh, it's my brother. Oh, that's just how they are. And you allow it because it's my brother. So, like, I have a story. Like, my son, Navi, can you shut the door, please? My daughter's dad was in the army from 2000 to 2006. He went to Iraq twice. While he was in Iraq, his brother opened up credit cards in his name. His brother was stopped by the police and gave them my daughter's dad's information. When he got back, he found out all about this. And what did he do? He swept it under the rug. He took care of the credit cards. He went to court. He let it slide off his back. Oh, it's my brother. That's what I'm talking about. His brother continues to take advantage of him. Oh, it's my brother. This brother has been horribly abusive to his own mother. His own mother is like, oh, well, he's my son. He's my son. And when I hear this, it makes me angry. Because when it comes to my daughter's dad is a hardworking man. He's taking care of all of us. He makes sure we have a roof over our head, our power is on, that we have things that we can go do. And his brother takes advantage. And I sit here and I'm like, how the hell can you let him? Oh, he's my brother. So? Well, family, they say, oh, when it comes to relationships, oh, boyfriend, friends come and go, family is forever. Your family is going to be your family for the rest of your life. But that doesn't mean that you have to take it for the rest of your life. Us as individuals, we do not deserve being treated like garbage. We do not deserve being used. Oh, it's family, it's family. No. As long as we allow ourselves to be taken advantage of and hurt by those closest to us, allow ourselves to fear those who are closest to us, there will never be any progression. There will never be any chance to grow, any chance to become strong and stand in our power. It's because it's family. Who cares? And oh well, if the fear becomes, if you leave, if you disown this family, you will never be able to come back. Even if you're sleeping on the street, we will never bring you back. And it becomes that fear. Oh my gosh, with family, they may be toxic, but at least I have a place to go. I'd rather sleep under this roof of toxicity than sleep on the street. Is that really worth who you are, your dignity, your integrity? I slept on the street. I was homeless twice. I chose to sleep on the street rather than live with my mother. Because at least I wasn't under a toxic roof. Was it fun? No. But I was able to say, I'm not going to sit here and take that anymore. There is a need to separate ourselves from toxicity. We allow, especially the elders in our family, to tell us what's right and what's wrong. But we don't realize that what they're telling us comes from their own toxic past. It's that conveyor belt of toxicity. There needs to be someone to cut that conveyor belt. Refuse that bag of toxicity and say, you know what? I'm not going to subscribe to this toxicity anymore. Well, if you don't do what I say, you are not welcome in this house. Really? Then by saying that, you are not truly my family, are you? They talk about unconditional love in the family. Threatening me, because I do not choose to do what you ask, is not unconditional love. I heard one person say, oh, there's no such thing as unconditional love. Love is conditional. No. There is. That's obviously someone who's never experienced unconditional love. That is an example of someone who has subscribed and surrendered to the toxicity within their family and within their lives. A parent who does have unconditional love will say, you know what, Tommy, I want you to go out there and experience your life and develop your own ideas and your own beliefs and your own morals and your own values. But I want you to know that regardless, you will always have a roof. You will always have a place under my roof, because I love you no matter what. No matter what you do, I will love you. And that does not mean if Tommy decides to go out and unalive a room full of people, then be like, yes, Tommy, come and hide here. And I'll be like, no, Tommy, you cannot hide here. You have done this and this, and you have to pay for your. I will not hide you. Okay? Yes, this house is a safe place for you, as long as you create a safe space within yourself. And when you create that safe space within yourself, you are not drawn to do all of what you did. Okay? What you did out of fear. So as long as you choose to act out of unconscious fear, I love you, but that does not mean that I support this unconscious behavior. Sometimes when it comes to things like interventions and saying no, it comes out of love. I'm stopping you because I love you. I'm making you pay for what you did because I love you. Because I want you to be better. Because I want you to be the best person that you can be. You need to go through a little bit. You know? And the thing is, when as a parent you say, you see parents and their teenager, or even an 18-year-old adult robs a bank, and they run to the house and they say, Mom, I did something bad. You have to help me. When that mom steps back and says, no, honey, if they're a teenager, you know well enough not to do that. You know right from wrong. I taught you right from wrong. You knew what you did was wrong. And now you have to pay for your misdeeds. You know, you don't love me yet. No, I do love you. That's why I'm telling you that you must, I don't want to say suffer the consequences. Okay, suffer the consequences of your choices. Dr. Phil, choose the action, choose the consequence. Very short saying, but very powerful. Son, you chose to go rob that bank. Now by choosing to rob that bank, you're choosing the consequences of what you did. I love you. I will support you. I will stand behind you. But I am not going to stand in the way of your choices. Okay? Once you pay your dues and you realize your transgressions, you realize your mistakes, I will be here because you're my son and I love you. So that's what I got out of what Rumpelstiltskin said, Mr. Gold. There is a need to be able to break free from that ancestral conveyor belt of trauma and say, I quit. I'm not taking your bag. I'm going to go start my own conveyor belt over there. You want to come with me? You're welcome. You don't want to come with me? You're going to have to pass that ancestral karma on to everyone else, someone else. Because me and my kids are going to start a new ancestral line with new cycles, with good karma. So, I have to cut this short because I have a couple of errands I gotta do. But yeah, those closest to us. That was my message. Thank you guys for watching. Next week, I'm going to be doing a video. I know one day I'm going to be doing telling you about my story of giving up my daughter for adoption. I'm going to be doing a video about our bodies, our vehicle. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. All of my information is down below. If you like a free reading, if you like to book a free session, anything you like within professional boundaries, yeah, so down below, ways to donate, ways to contact me, social media, and that's it. So have a beautiful day, week, weekend, month, year, life. Remember to live in and spread love, joy, compassion, gratitude, kindness, peace, and enlightenment. And remember, don't be afraid to break those negative ancestral cycles. And I will see you next time.